Former England star, Messi is simply human, and I hope Spain knocks France out of the World Cup. Daily Mail, Messi's favorite referee will officiate the Argentina versus England match. Thomas Tuchel's comments on Messi and the difficult clash against Argentina. Before we begin, don't forget to share your prediction in the comments. What percentage chance do you think Argentina has of beating England? And if you're a Messi fan, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future updates. Former England star, Messi is simply human, and I hope Spain knocks France out of the World Cup. Gary Pallister, the former England international, told Goal that Lionel Messi has become more prone to mistakes. At the same time, he believes England has what it takes to end Argentina's journey in defending the World Cup title. Thomas Tuchel's team is preparing to face the reigning world champions on Wednesday, and questions have already begun about the best way to contain this timeless legend. At 39 years old, Messi, an 8-time Ballon d'Or winner, shows no signs of slowing down. He could even be on course to win a 9th Ballon d'Or as he moves closer to another World Cup title after already making history in Major League Soccer with Inter Miami. The greatest player South America has ever produced has scored 8 goals at the 2026 World Cup, becoming the tournament's all-time leading scorer. And with more than 200 appearances for Argentina, he continues to inspire his nation, just as Diego Maradona once did when he led Argentina to World Cup glory in Qatar in 2022. When asked whether England simply had to accept that Messi would inevitably produce another magical moment, former Three Lions defender Gary Pallister told Goal, "I don't think Messi is the same player he was 10 years ago. Yes, he's still the central figure in the Argentina national team. Yes, he's still the player everyone looks to. But I don't think he can influence matches the same way he once did at the peak of his career. I don't think he can glide past defenders as easily as he used to. That said, he's still an incredible technician. The goal he scored against Cape Verde, when he controlled the ball with the outside of his foot before smashing it into the top corner, was absolutely magnificent. He's still capable of scoring goals. He's still the captain. He was the leader 4 years ago, and he remains the leader today. But I don't think he's the same player who carried Barcelona to Champions League titles and La Liga championships. He's still dangerous. What I'm saying is that Messi has become a little more human. He can still create magic in tight spaces. He can still control the ball. He can still score. I don't think England will assign one player to man-mark him. But naturally, he's someone we have to be extremely careful with. We've studied Argentina. We've analyzed where they can be vulnerable. Maybe those weaknesses are in defense. And I genuinely believe we have enough quality to beat Argentina. I don't think the weather will be an issue. The match will be played inside the stadium in Atlanta. I think the players will enjoy those conditions. They'll feel comfortable. And I believe England will be confident going into this match. And finally, let's hope Spain beats France, because in my opinion, France is the strongest team in this tournament, and stopping them will be incredibly difficult. Daily Mail, Messi's favorite referee to officiate the Argentina versus England match. The British newspaper, Daily Mail, commented on FIFA's decision to appoint American referee Ismail Al-Fath to officiate the World Cup semifinal between England and Argentina. The two nations will meet on Wednesday evening in one of the biggest matches of the tournament. And according to FIFA, Ismail Al-Fath has been selected as the man in the middle. The Daily Mail described Al-Fath as Lionel Messi's favorite referee because Argentina's captain has never lost a match officiated by him. The report also pointed out that Al-Fath served as the 4th official during the 2022 World Cup final against France, a match that Argentina won to lift the World Cup trophy. After Messi moved to Major League Soccer, he naturally came under Al-Fath's officiating more frequently. The referee has overseen 4 of Messi's matches in the United States. And remarkably, Messi won every single one of them. The newspaper argued that this appointment could once again spark debate, especially after Al-Fath faced heavy criticism in Spain following La Roja's group stage match against Uruguay. Critics claimed the American referee failed to control the physical challenges made by Uruguayan players and showed too much tolerance throughout the game. According to the report, those previous controversies may cause some fans to question whether Argentina is receiving favorable treatment. The newspaper also recalled several controversial incidents involving Argentina earlier in the tournament. Among them, the disallowed goal against Egypt and the red card shown to Switzerland. Moments that fueled speculation across social media about possible favoritism toward the reigning champions. However, the report also emphasized that FIFA has firmly rejected all such accusations. The governing body insists there is no bias, no hidden agenda, and no special treatment for any team participating in the World Cup. According to FIFA, every officiating appointment is based solely on performance, qualifications, and experience. Despite that reassurance, the referee selection is still expected to become one of the most discussed topics before kickoff. With so much at stake, every decision, every whistle, and every controversial moment will almost certainly come under intense scrutiny, and all eyes will be on Ismail Al-Fath as he takes charge of one of the biggest matches of the 2026 World Cup. Thomas Tuchel's comments on Messi and the difficult Argentina clash. I'm a coach, and my job is to find solutions. That's what I've done for many years throughout my career. I spend countless hours in front of video screens, watching matches, once, twice, sometimes 10 times. I break every opponent down into the smallest possible details. Every movement, every pass, every habit that a player repeats without even realizing it. Then, I build a plan. That's my profession, and I believe I'm good at it. I'm not saying that to boast. I'm simply describing the reality I've lived throughout my coaching career. But this time, I'm facing something completely different, something unlike anything I've experienced before. We reached the World Cup semifinal after an extremely difficult 2-1 victory over Norway, a match that went to extra time, a match that drained every ounce of energy and concentration from my players. It wasn't a beautiful football match. It wasn't the kind of game people will remember for its quality, but it was a match that demanded character, a match that demanded courage, a match that demanded the mentality of champions. Jude Bellingham's 2 goals rescued us at the exact moment we needed someone to step forward. Argentina also arrived here after suffering. They defeated Switzerland 3-1, also after extra time, also after a match that demanded everything from them. Switzerland refused to surrender. They remained organized. They fought until the very end. So both teams arrive carrying fatigue. Both teams have paid a heavy physical and emotional price. And both teams want exactly the same thing, a place in the World Cup final. But there is one enormous difference. One team has Lionel Messi, the other doesn't. And that isn't just another detail in the tactical report. That is the entire equation. Perhaps the most difficult tactical challenge of my entire career. Let me speak honestly, because this isn't the moment for diplomatic answers. What Lionel Messi is doing in this World Cup is the most difficult tactical puzzle I have ever faced. 39 years old, 8 goals, leading the scoring charts, or at least sharing first place, competing against players almost half his age, players currently enjoying the absolute peak of their physical abilities. That alone forces every coach to rethink everything he believes about football, and perhaps about the limits of the human body itself. I've studied the numbers. I know he scores roughly once every 66 minutes in this tournament. I know He has also created numerous goals for his teammates. I know he has become the greatest creator in World Cup history, surpassing names that many of us believed could never be surpassed. I know he has now scored more than 20 World Cup goals in his career, but numbers do not frighten me by themselves. Numbers can be analyzed. Numbers can be planned against. The real problem is everything that numbers cannot explain. Messi's danger isn't simply that he scores goals. The real danger is that you never know where the danger will appear from. One match, he scores directly from a free kick. So naturally, you tell yourself, don't give him free kicks around the penalty area. Then, in the next match, he drops deep, becomes a playmaker, controls the rhythm, controls the tempo, controls the entire game. Suddenly, your team is playing at his speed, not yours. Then, the following match, he almost disappears, silent, invisible, waiting patiently for one single moment to decide everything. And then, when Argentina is facing elimination, when everything seems lost, he transforms into something I honestly don't know how to describe. He carries an entire nation on his shoulders, and somehow he brings them back from the edge. We saw it against Egypt. Argentina were trailing by 2 goals. Only minutes remained. The defending world champions stood on the edge of a shocking elimination. Egypt had played with courage, with discipline, with determination. They deserved every bit of the respect they received. And then, Messi decided that it simply wasn't going to end that way, and somehow, it didn't. So tell me, how do you prepare for something like that? How do you close every possible door on a player who creates a brand new door every single time you shut one? That is the question keeping me awake before this match, because this will be the first meeting between our teams in World Cup history. There is another point, one that I cannot ignore, because honestly, it occupies my thoughts every single day. For the first time, England will face Lionel Messi on the international stage. Think about that for a moment. More than 2 decades, at the very highest level, more than 200 international appearances, more than 125 international goals, and somehow, he has never played against England. When you stop and think about it, it feels almost unbelievable. A player who has faced nearly every football nation, every great club, every legendary defender. Yet this chapter has remained completely blank. And on Wednesday, we will be the ones who write on that page, whether we like what gets written or not. Some of my players have faced Messi in the Champions League. That experience is valuable, and I intend to use it. Harry Kane played against him. He even scored in that match, but he also watched Messi score twice and decide the entire game. John Stones faced him too, and he told me, very honestly, that Messi is the toughest opponent he has ever faced. That statement means something, because John has played against the very best for many years. Those experiences will be shared inside our dressing room. We will discuss every detail, every movement, every lesson before kickoff. But I also understand one important truth. Facing Messi with Barcelona or Paris or Inter Miami is one thing. Facing Messi while he carries his country's dream on his shoulders is something completely different. This could be his final World Cup. He knows it. Everyone knows it. And motivation like that cannot be measured by any tactical software or analytical model. Then comes the obvious question: is age finally his weakness? Some people believe it is. They say, at 39 years old, after consecutive matches that went to extra time, his body must eventually slow down. They believe his movement without the ball will decrease. They believe space will begin to appear behind him, and perhaps that is where quick counterattacks can hurt Argentina. From a purely theoretical perspective, they're right. As a coach, it is my responsibility to study every possibility. Argentina have played 2 consecutive extra time matches, any human body would feel the effects, no matter who you are. But here's what truly concerns me. Every team that relied on Messi becoming tired has walked away, defeated. Egypt believed he would fade. They were leading by 2 goals until the 78th minute. They still lost. Switzerland believed they had contained him. He didn't even score. Yet Argentina still advanced. Cape Verde fought until the 111th minute. And still, Messi found the decisive moment. Sometimes, it almost feels as though he has discovered a way to cheat time itself. And because of that, I cannot build my entire strategy on the hope that his body will suddenly fail him in the 71st minute. That isn't planning. That is gambling. And gambling is not my profession. 60 years of waiting. Now, let me speak about my team and about my country. England has not won the World Cup since 1966. 60 years of waiting. 60 years of hope. Every 4 years, believing that this time could finally be different. And every time, another disappointment. Another generation forced to wait. I understand the weight of that history. Even though I'm not English, I know my players feel that weight every time they put on this shirt. History can become a burden, or it can become fuel. Fuel that drives you forward. And my responsibility as a coach is to make sure it becomes fuel, not fear. Because we are not here by accident. We did not reach the World Cup semifinal through luck. We earned the right to be here. We have outstanding pace on the wings. We have a defensive structure built through years of hard work. We have players who can decide a football match in a single moment. And perhaps, most importantly, we are not afraid of anyone. Yes, we're facing the greatest footballer in history. Yes, this challenge is incredibly difficult. Yes, most of the world's attention is focused on Lionel Messi, not on England. But football is never decided on paper. It isn't decided inside television studios. It isn't decided by statistics or by press conferences. Football is decided on the pitch. With complete respect, the match itself is something entirely different. And finally, I want to say one last thing, not as England's coach, but as someone who truly loves this game. What Lionel Messi is doing at this World Cup deserves complete respect from anyone who genuinely understands football. A man, 39 years old, a player who has already won everything, every trophy, every individual award, every possible honor, a player who has absolutely nothing left to prove. And yet, he still plays every match as though it's the very first of his life, with the same hunger, the same passion, the same desire to win. That is not normal. I've seen great players lose their motivation after winning a single title. I've seen others decline mentally long before their bodies ever declined. But Messi, after more than 25 years at the highest level, still celebrates every victory with genuine emotion. He still fights for every ball. He still suffers with every defeat. He still celebrates every goal like a young player living his dream for the first time. That is a lesson for every young footballer in the world, and perhaps a lesson for me as a coach about what true love for football really means. But respect is one thing. The match is something else. On Wednesday, we'll walk onto the pitch in Atlanta, and we'll do everything we possibly can to stop him. We'll defend with discipline. We'll stay organized. We'll fight for every ball. We'll close every space. We'll run every extra meter that the match demands. Maybe we'll succeed. Maybe we won't. That's football. Beautiful, cruel, unpredictable. But one thing will never happen. We will never surrender before the match even begins. We will never walk onto that field believing We've already lost. Because this is the World Cup. This is the semifinal. And at this level, no one gives you anything. Everything must be earned.